Hey everyone, I'm sorry I took so long to make this video. I wanted to give a update on Mexico, and let me give you the reason why it took so long. I was gonna come out the next day with the video, but after looking at various TikTok videos from people who were in Puerto Vallarta, people who were in Cancun, Playa del Carmen, I decided it's better to let them speak than me speak, because I'm not there. A lot of social media influencers came out and said a lot of negative things regarding Mexico. I know Mexico, okay? Well, at least Mexico City. And I will tell you, just from my experience, the two times I've been there, I had no problems because I did my research. I knew where I was staying as far as the area, and after I've been there, I was pretty comfortable being there. And that's where a lot of people make these assumptions because they don't do the research and check out the areas. Matter of fact, one of the influencers who lived in one of the states that was deemed, do not travel to the state by the State Department, it wasn't because of what happened that weekend. It always been that way. They always label that area as bad. So when this whole thing came up and I saw it on the map, I was getting ready to report it saying don't go to this area, but that area has always been labeled in. So it made me think, like, then what about these other areas? Have they been labeled that way prior to this incident that happened last weekend? So it got me thinking, you know what? I may be putting out some misinformation. I don't want to do that because it's doing the Mexican people wrong. So let me pull back and let them speak. So that's why I didn't come out with that. And I thought that would be fair. So that's why I didn't come out with a video immediately. Now everything seems to be pretty much died down, although some people are still reporting things are happening, but I haven't heard really nothing. I'm just hearing this from social media influencers. Let me tell you something. And for you people who haven't been to Mexico or who've just been stuck in a resort, let me explain something to you. My first trip was last year, and I went to Mexico City. When I tell you the hospitality that I got was, I've been to several different countries, several different foreign countries. The hospitality I got was amazing. It sold me. Just like, okay, Mexico just sold me. And when I went back this time, it sold me again. Yeah, you hear about things, yeah, this is a bad area, or these, don't go over here because they'll do this. You hear about those things, but you hear them everywhere else, wherever you go. And it's none of this, oh, you got to know how to move, you got to just do this, you can't wear this, you can't. I wore wherever I want, and I didn't have a problem. None. I wore my Apple Watch, I wore a suit, well, at least a blazer when I had to go to my meeting. I was dressed appropriately. Then there was no issues. So I don't get it. There was no gangs following me, no one stalking me or any of that stuff, I had a great time. I had my phone out, I was taking pictures, no one was riding bikes, stalking me, getting ready to snatch it, none of that stuff. I didn't have it. But, we sit here and we talk about, yeah, the cartels. What I came to find out during that thing, those cars and stuff were burned. Yeah, those gang members went in there and told everybody on the bus to get out. We're torturers. We want everybody out of here. So they told people to leave before they decided to destroy those buses and those vehicles. They warned them first. They said, yo, get out of here. So this was kind of like a riot. Because we see that stuff here too. They, like when they had the ice raids in LA, they burnt like 5 Waymo vehicles. So, I mean, that's why let the people on the ground speak rather than me speak, because I'm up here in the United States looking at the news and stuff like that, rather than I should go up there and open up my mouth and say something that I give out misinformation. But my experience in Mexico was just fantastic. People were super friendly. I have my favorite shops that I go to. I have a great time. We talk. We have it's beneficial to learn the Spanish language. It really is. So I'm working on that. I just had a great time. Wherever you go, you're gonna find good people and bad people, But I think the Mexican people were just phenomenal. From what I've heard, some of the stories on social media, they extended themselves to the foreigners that were there. And I think with us, we need to go down there with that respect, at least with this learning the language and speaking to them in their native tongue. Just to have that bridge. I think that country is just absolutely fine. It's a great country. They have a very powerful passport. If you ever decide to become a citizen, cost of living is great. So I have no issues with Mexico or going back there. I really don't. Now I'm quite sure a lot of people who've been down to Mexico don't have that issue either. Even with the cartel. So I don't know what the issue is with the cartel. Just if you stay out of cartel business, you won't have any problems. Once you get in it, then you're gonna have problems. But stay out of cartel business. We have black expat communities, we have white expat communities, we have a bunch of expat communities living there, and they're loving it. And they have spoken up and spoke on behalf of the Mexican people, and they stand by them. Just like me, I'm here, and I have my time down there, and they were wonderful. They treated me well, so I have nothing ill to say about them. It was a fantastic time. They just went to an unfortunate weekend, and hope and pray for them, but they're getting back on their feet, and we'll hope everything is great for them. So as far as going back to Mexico, I would just keep looking out for the news and the consulate website and see what's going on, and you make your decision. But I think you're fine going back down there. I still wouldn't drive across the border though, but I would still go to Mexico. Give it a couple of weeks just to make sure everything's died down, and then take a trip down there. I know the security is going to get ramped up because we have the FIFA World Cup coming up in the next couple of months. But overall, yeah, I don't see no problem with Mexico. Mexico's fantastic. So anyway, I'll catch you guys later.